Hey folks, this is just a quick video to talk about trust when it comes to Kundalini, and I think the more you trust the process, the more the process will probably manifest in quite a surprising and intense way. And I'm guessing if there is a lot of fear or resistance, then it will maybe not be quite so intense. But I don't know that for sure. The one thing that's obvious here is that there's a lot of trust in it, and it does some really mad stuff sometimes. A lot of it I've caught on camera, and a lot of it I haven't. But one thing that it's very good at is giving me a little forewarning when something slightly crazy is going to happen. It usually gives me an indication. Like at one time, it was when my throat chakra began to open up. I just saw these images on my bed sheets of like hospital equipment, you know, like knives and forceps, and I was like, oh no, it needs to do some deep surgery, you know. And sure enough, I sat up on my bed and my head went back, and I was like in this crazy position for ages, and it was working on my throat. And then yesterday, and it's done stuff like this, similar to this before. My finger went into my mouth and around my teeth, which is not unusual. I have these wisdom teeth; they're coming out, and I think they must have been coming out at a strange angle because it's been like pulling them and sending a lot of energy into my teeth. And you may have seen from some of my previous videos this very aggressive thumping of the chin, and it's to do with my teeth or my wisdom teeth or realignment or something, because I can feel the energy just coming into my teeth, and I can quite literally feel them shifting and moving. I don't know if you've ever worn a brace, but when the dentist gives you a brace, I had loads when I was young, and over the, you know, there's all like elastics on it, and over the course of a few weeks or months, you can quite, you know, you can feel your teeth moving. But this happened just in one night. I could just feel them shifting. That's how intense the energy can get sometimes. But last night, my finger went into my mouth and went around my teeth, and then it just started to bite down on my thumb. At which point I'm like, okay, I really can't see the point in this one. You know, like, you're just biting my hand, and I, as usual, I just let it do what it wants to do, and it bit harder, and I was like, okay, I'm still with you, you're biting my thumb, I'm sure you've got a reason. And it bit in quite hard, and I still was like, okay, you know. But there are moments where how you know how intense does it get before you pull away, kind of thing. Like is if it starts, like, if blood starts coming out of my thumb, am I going to stop, or am I going to trust that it's doing something, like it knows what it's doing? Do you know what I mean? So it's a fine line. But on this occasion, anyway, I let it do what it wanted to do, which was bite my thumb really hard, and I took it out my mouth, and there was a massive indentation, just like a bite mark, and I was like, thanks for that. But then, like a minute or two later, my teeth started, my jaw just clenched itself really hard, like that, and it carried on clenching itself deeper, and it carried on, and my teeth were just really hard, like. And so then I realized it was just giving me a warning. It was just saying, like, don't worry, I'm gonna bite down really hard, like I just did, but it's okay, you're gonna be okay. So it was giving me a little test. Can he take it, sort of thing? Is he gonna go, you know, or is he gonna allow me to just bite down really hard? And then once it started doing that, I was like, oh, I realized what the other thing was for. It was just a little test, a little sort of like, okay, this is what's gonna happen. So it does little things like that. It's very clever because it knows exactly how to communicate with you if it needs to. Yeah, that's it.